Hey y'all, welcome back for another episode review of Seeking Sister Wife. We are on season 4, episode 2. So let's get into it.
Yeah,
Why
let's
are
get
you
into
doing
it.
my hand motions?
That was my hand motion.
You ain't.
You stole that from me. That's my move.
You think you funny?
I always go, season 2.
Yeah.
That's how I do it.
That's how you do it?
Exactly like that. I was doing it the other day and you saw me and you're going to pretend like you didn't see me doing that the other day. And here you are doing it now in front of the world.
This is what I do it every day. Like every little fucking day. He's
I mean, what are you dealing with? I'm the one getting all my moves stolen. What is she even complaining about?
well, I'm black, so this is reparations, okay?
Yeah, sure. You get to steal something from us for once.
This is all bullshit. Alright, anyway, let's get into it. So we start off, I don't know where we start off. We'll go couple by couple. So the Merrifields.
Yeah.
So we got Danielle and Garrick, you know, the lovely Garrick, the dead eyes, and they've just picked up.
What is he? Yeah. I mean, you think he's like totally emotionless, and then he cried this episode.
He cries a lot, actually. He
Yeah.
cried last season too. You remember when he left Bert? He was crying.
I think he cries every time he's gone like a week without murdering a hobo. Like he's got like bloodthirst not being quenched. I can't believe that he actually cares about another human being.
Yeah, honestly, it's honestly.
Yeah. I'd be more likely to believe that he's got some serial killer lust that's not being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This episode, as we saw from last episode, Leah is here, and so they go ahead and settle into their Airbnb. And honestly, in my opinion, Garrick don't care about this lady.
Leah, the new girl?
Yeah.
Leah? No.
Leah.
I agree with you.
Garrick don't care about this lady.
No.
And during their settling in,
I think he did kind of like think she was hot when she
turned around,
changed outfits and came out in jeans.
Right. Yeah.
He looked kind of like, whoa.
Yeah. I think he likes her ass.
Yeah, I think he's attracted to her physically, but
yeah, I think he's into her.
the only person he seems to be of any of the people that he seems to be legitimately in love with is Roberta.
100% Roberta.
Yeah, and they don't even speak like English.
The same language.
You know?
Maybe that's why. Maybe he just doesn't want to talk.
He talks like a baby to her, like hoping she'll understand his simple. Your heart is love. He talks like flashcards.
You are special to me.
Yeah, no, he talks like a computer learning English to try and teach Roberta how to speak. He talks like the screen reader.
Right.
If you're like handicapped and you turn on the screen reader on the keyboard.
Right. Sometimes I do that because I don't feel like reading.
Yeah. File, edit, save.
So they the vibe is off in my opinion. It doesn't seem like Garrick's all that into her.
Mm-mm.
But Danielle wants to go ahead and FaceTime with Roberta, because I guess that's when Roberta is available, because she's not always in the internet. Because she has internet some places, but not other places. So it's like you never know when you can get her.
They did some reality TV trickery on this whole story. Because they really made us think that Roberta had an issue with Leah.
Yeah,
and then it actually seemed like she just doesn't speak English, so she can't communicate with Leah.
Yeah.
Like when they actually show the interaction, nothing shady actually happens.
No, not really.
And then, like, Garrick starts crying, so they leave him alone with Roberta, the one he really loves.
Yeah, like...
And they go outside and talk, and they're just like, you think Garrick will accept us? What does he have that people even want?
I mean, he has a successful business, you know?
Yeah. He doesn't even seem, like, limber, you know? Like, he seems, like, stiff, you know? Like, he moves around, like... He's got like action figure posture, like where his arms always crooked and.
Yeah, if he was a little bit taller and had a little bit more body hair and less dead in the eyes, I think he'd be a catch. But he doesn't have those things.
Yeah, why is he getting all these? Is he so rich? He lives in a camper right now.
Right now, but he does make good money. Like, he has.
Some of these guys are not.
He has a contracting business.
Yeah, true.
So
You'd think he was rich.
His company's building his house.
They did have like a home gym in last season.
Like, they're not broke at all. Like, they have good money.
Yeah.
Like, Like, I think it probably decreased now that his family cut him off. Because I think he had, like, I think he already has a successful company, but I think his family, like, he comes from money to some extent.
Maybe, yeah.
So I think, like, he really had it made then.
Right.
And now he just, like, kind of has it made, like, oh,
it's okay.
Okay. Sorry, phone's being weird. But, so, yeah, they had that conversation with, what's-her-face, Leah and Bert and the whole crew, and it just ends up Leah and Danielle go off because Bert and Gary go crying, and it's awkward and it's uncomfortable. Yeah. It's uncomfortable.
And Leah's just like, "Is this okay? Is Roberta gonna block me from entering this?" They're literally just meeting this woman. You know, it's so weird.
It's really.
But
weird.
It's also like a lot of nothing because they made us feel like really like Roberta and Leah were gonna get into it, and that didn't happen.
They didn't get into
that was bogus. So I think the whole kind of like.
Yeah.
If you think about like what actually happened on the show, they went to the Airbnb and they called Roberta and that's it. Like literally nothing else was.
Yeah, Leah changed outfits. That's really all we got.
Leah changed outfits. That's what they should call that episode.
Honestly, yeah. So that's all we got for them. And then next we have the Epps family.
Okay.
Not Mike Epps, different black guy named Epps.
Mm-hmm. This is their introduction, their first episode.
This is their first episode. We didn't see them before. Oh, does Cram want to hang out? You want to come out, baby? Come here. Cran wants to come and say hi.
The phone's gonna die while you're picking this candy. She can't climb up on the bed herself. I know she can.
She struggles with it though.
You gotta sit in front of me. I want to be on camera too.
See how he treats me, y'all?
I'm the star.
No, Cran is the star. Yes, baby key. Alright, so the Epps family. So homeboy, this little short bobbleheaded looking man.
Yeah, he is the weirdest body. And he has the little Oompa Loompa voice too. Like he's got the hey everybody, can I play?
It's a no from me, dog.
Can I come and play on the playground too? Dude, you're 30.
But
I didn't grow.
He didn't. He really didn't. But I guess it worked out for him.
Yeah, it was. What's that movie? We looked it up. Little Man, you know?
Little Man, yeah.
It looked like the Wayans brothers have a new movie where they're polygamous. And they're CGI'd to be midgets pretending to be toddlers.
So with their family, Marcus Epps, I guess, is married to Taryn. And they met like 10, 12 years ago. I think, like, what was it, in college or something?
He met one of them when they were in college.
Yeah, that was Taryn.
And she gave me her virginity, he said.
That was really disturbing. I don't like Mike at all. I'm going to answer that. I think Mike is awful.
Yeah.
I think he's disgusting and doesn't deserve anything.
Yeah, he's got a lot of...
He's disgusting.
He's another guy where I'm like, is he rich or something? Because, like, he's got that little boy body, and then he's just, like, stacking women. Like, attractive women who could have their own shit, you know? Like, they can have their own lives and families, like...
I think he's gross. I think he's trash.
I mean, I think the one woman's only ever dated him since college.
I mean, she lost her virginity to him.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they had any breaks in between. But...
Well, yeah, they had a break, and that's how he met the other one.
No, they never had a break. You know,
Remember she moved back in with something, and then they met the other one? He met the other one while she was like, I'm going to see if I can make it on my own for a while. Or if I'm going to take you back, because he was sleeping around.
Oh, right.
And he's like, well, we were on that break. That's when I met this one. And then now I guess they just all live together. Like, he wouldn't stop. Basically, they're polygamous because he wouldn't stop cheating.
Yeah, he was constantly cheating. He admitted that.
And he's still going on dates with different women.
And he's still, like, they have one girl specifically that they're interested in, but they have multiple girls that he's talking to. And this is just his thing. Like, he can't control himself. And it's kind of gross. Like, I hate him.
I think he isn't even trying to control himself. He's got them under his thumb so much. Like, he's like, I'm gonna go on these other dates.
I think he's manipulative and gross. But that's really all we get from them, really. We just kind of get their backstory.
Yeah, and he brings the whole family, and he's like, I'm gonna go on a date. So I think that's what we're supposed to be prepared for. Like they're gonna go. He's gonna go on a date. And then, I remember even at the end of the teaser that he's gonna want to have sex with this new girl, and they're like, no. It's always a fight. That's always what the fight is. So when are you gonna hook up with a new girl? And And that's the fight. Because that's the whole issue with it. Otherwise, I mean, you could be married to a million people if you didn't have sex with them. It's like once you start having sex, everyone gets jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very true.
So, but that's why they're marrying other people. It's because he wants to fuck them, yeah. So, there you go. That's the whole show in a nutshell.
Thanks, Jackson. But so next couple we have are the Foleys. So Brenda and Steve. They let us know that they're building a home. Everyone's building a home, a special polygamous home, because that's what you got to do. Like, that's how I feel.
Some of these polygamists, they always have access to lumber.
Cram down. But so yeah, they're building a special polygamous home, and so we get to go see kind of the layout of the home and as it's being built, and I guess it's cool. I don't know. But then they go on to a date with April. They go to the courting April.
Yeah, some crazy.
It's like a wine tasting. Wine tasting.
Some date where you drink 8 glasses of wine.
Yeah, it's a wine tasting.
They just bring out they fill the whole table with wine glasses.
Yeah, and they kept moving them. It was kind of confusing.
I think they were taking pictures.
Oh, that's what they were doing?
Yeah, they're trying to get good shots for Instagram.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there's some kind of musical wine or something.
No, it was just lame. Yeah.
And their date is cute enough.
You know when your life is really boring, so you put a picture of a glass of wine on Instagram?
That sounds like a good life.
And he's like, I'd love to go out with them. It's just so fun to laugh. And I was like, what are they laughing at? What do they laugh at? They just get drunk because they're bored.
And sad. At least the women, because they're sad.
Yeah. What's the new girl's name? There's Brenda and
April.
But
so yeah, they're doing a wine tasting and it's cute enough, and I will say Brenda is patient and sweet. Like, she's not showing her jealousy at all in front of the April. But and then they're being cute and stuff, and then they go outside for a second, and while they're outside, Brenda gets cold. And what's his name? Steve gives her a jacket, and he's like, "What? Since you're so cold, why don't you go inside?"
No, this.
Why don't I say no inside? She's just like, "Since you're so cold, why don't we go inside?"
No.
What is it? Do it. You do it.
He goes. He's like, "You ready to go?" Now I can't remember. It was something so vague though. It was like, "Oh, you ready to go inside?"
Yeah.
Like, you ready to go inside?
Like, you want to go
Which
inside?
sounds like, let's all go inside. But he's like, all right, we'll see you in there.
And he just, pats her and sends her off back into the room.
Yeah,
and back
she's
into
wearing his jacket. It's so sad.
Back into the wine tasting spot while he and April out. And they have a little moment, a little intimate moment. Not like sex, but a little close moment.
They weren't kissing and stuff.
Yeah, they were kissing. Yeah, they didn't have sex though. Yeah.
Right, of course.
But I think they have had sex before though, because
he says they did.
Should have ended before. So
yeah. Which is the Mormon way of saying they fucked.
Yeah, and then he admits that he believes he's in love with April at this point.
Yeah, her face is hilarious.
Brenda, oh poor Brenda, she's trying to keep it together. And she, poor sweetheart. I like Brenda. I actually really do. And it's hard to get. You
gotta like her because she's so pitiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just feel bad for her. You're like, damn, dude.
Yeah. And this other girl is just a younger version of her, really.
Yeah, kind of.
Literally,
And she came in and ruined his first one, and then this new one's coming in to ruin the next one. It's
boop, bop, boop, bop, just.
And the guys, you think the look on their face always this seems to be working out great. They're always they don't see any of the pain on their wives' face, Danielle last season.
Oh,
I mean, Garrick even goes, it was weird at times. It was dude, that whole season you were just cringing for her.
Last season was iconic, but iconically painful.
And this is happening now a little bit with Brenda, where it's
yeah, not as bad.
Not as bad yet. Who knows?
We don't know.
But it's the guys just are so aloof. They act aloof. I feel how do you not know?
I think it's intentional aloofness.
Yeah.
I do. I think people use aloofness as a weapon all the time.
Sure. I mean, it could be, but it's it's impossible to say. He could just be really dumb, maybe.
He could be. He does seem dumb.
He does seem dumb. So that's a reasonable explanation as well.
But it's kind of it's
someone
sad.
like Nick, the next guy we talk about, is I don't see him. I see him seeing the pain and being like, "Oh, you're in pain."
Yeah.
Whereas Steve will be like, "Everything's working out great."
Yeah.
Which is another thing that I think that there's the group to look out for.
Yeah.
They found this weird way of making it work.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Because we gotta like Nick. We should do our research.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably something really bad going on, but again, who knows?
So, final couple. I'm liking how we get through this show. Honestly, we get through it very seamlessly.
We're finally We're finally getting a flow going.
We're getting a good flow.
Yeah, getting a rhythm going.
But yeah, the last couple we have are the Davises. So we know, like we said, Nick, the resident black man of the house, with his harem of white women.
You're gonna cut my neck with your nails and you come across.
But yeah, so Nick and his white women.
The house researcher.
We have
the
Jennifer.
analyst.
Jennifer and April are his women. His wives, and he's dating or courting. They didn't say dating because they're not being weird about it like everybody else.
They just say dating?
Yeah, because everybody else is like, we're courting. He's just
again, another thing where it's like they are different than everyone else. I think like everyone else, I feel like they're using religion to manipulate a three-way.
Yeah.
Whereas Nick is just like so cool that he's tricked to the women, not to me. But to the women in his life, he's so cool. They're just like, we like you, Nick, go for it. Which is like somehow more better, still manipulative probably.
Right.
Unless they just really don't care. I don't know.
Again, we gotta do our research. You gotta have a thinker at home. So while we're thinking at home, we'll let you know how we end up feeling about it, okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, Nick goes on his first solo date with Danielle. He's been dating her for a second, but this is their first solo date.
Right. We saw the first half of this last episode.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of we saw a little bit of this in the first episode because they were like in the car and stuff. I think, right?
We see them go to the restaurant and eat hamburgers.
Oh, right, because it was really cheap, right?
Because I remember they had plastic cups.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if it was cheap, but it wasn't. It wasn't. They didn't trust him with breakable glass. We'll say that. I think they were eating off a plastic tray with a piece of wrap in it. You know, what are those called? Baskets. They're eating out of baskets, so I don't know.
I'm not saying that. But yeah, so they're on their date, and I mean, they're just kind of like talking, having a decent time. I guess they're trying to kind of get the layout of how they're gonna navigate through this polygamous situation that they're trying to get into.
Yeah.
And she's 22. I didn't realize that. She looks old to me.
Yeah.
She's 22.
Her personality seems 22.
Her personality.
Like she seems like nervous and shy and stuff.
Yeah.
Like inexperienced.
But her physicality, I know she looks old. But she's 22.
How old would you have guessed?
30.
Really? I probably wouldn't have guessed past 26. I probably would have guessed 26.
Well, I'm black and we age better.
Yeah, true. But she looks young to me, like, for a white.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
How you feel.
Just comment her age with no other description. Just write, like, 25.
Yeah, just write an age.
Just a bunch of comments like that.
Just
but don't give any context. It'll add intrigue to our...
Oh, yeah. We like to intrigue.
Mm-hmm. So, anyway.
But, yeah, so they're on their date having their chit-chat, talking about polygamy and everything. And one thing that was interesting, you pointed out too, was at one point she's like, I don't want to deal with jealousy. And Nick is like, well, that's like bound to happen. You kind of have to deal with it. We get to figure it out.
Yeah. What a way more honest way.
Yeah.
Than these other guys who are, it seems like it's all working out.
Yeah.
It was weird at times. It was tough at times. That's what Garrick said.
Ooh, child. But yeah, so...
When Danielle was crying in the room next to her, listening to you fuck your
the love of your life
lady who can't...
Yeah.
even read the English Bible
Ooh.
as it was written by God
Yes.
in English.
Yes. Yes. Because at that point, English was happening in the Middle East.
I always like that about in Islam, God only speaks Arabic.
Why?
That's like, because that's like I can say whatever I want about him. He'll never know.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all.
Dude, that's why you have to pray in Arabic, baby.
No, it's that God thinks Arabic is the best religion, but he understands all religions.
No, you mean language.
Oh, sorry, sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry.
No, I remember hearing somewhere that he only speaks Arabic.
He thinks Arabic is the best religion, so that's why he chooses it. Sorry, language.
Go
sorry.
ahead and comment in the comments who's right, me or her. Because I sure
I have more experience.
should
I have
gonna
more
Google
experience with Islam, and I can tell you,
I talked to another Muslim about this, and they agreed with me.
this is not true.
Uh-huh.
God is all-knowing.
Uh-huh.
He knows.
This is the thing. It might not be every part of Islam believes in this, but some people in Islam believe this. This is not like something I just made up. There are people who believe that Allah only speaks Arabic. I think they also believe that he's so all-knowing that he would know what you were saying, but he only speaks one language.
Well, he only expresses himself in Arabic, but he knows everything. So it's not like he's gonna be like,
It feels like you're walking
like,
back, but whatever.
I feel like you need to walk away. That's what I feel like. So.
What are you saying about this fool? He went to the date.
You suck.
Then they go fuck. Yeah.
No, stop.
Because Nick is such a player, dude.
Stop.
He's so smooth.
Stop. Okay, no, but
he
yeah.
just looks like a normal ass dude too.
He really does. But
Well,
yeah.
I mean, this isn't a fancy chick he's picking up.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like a naive.
Yeah, she's got like a belly for some shorts. Let me stop. That was wrong
A
with me.
belly for some shorts.
Like she's like her stomach is so long she can wear herself.
Oh, I never heard of that way. Sometimes they call that a fupa. You know what that means?
Yes, fat upper pussy area.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I actually learned that from Dr. Now. He's
really?
No.
Oh, stop!
He said that you gotta watch Dr. Now's anatomy class. This here is the fupa. He puts a stethoscope on the fupa.
If you not want to die, 30 pound 1 month.
He's so awesome.
But yeah, so let's get this last part finished. So yeah, basically they're having a little day talking about polygamy, etc., etc. He's like, oh, do you want to come back to my place and kind of see where this goes? And she's like, yeah. So she goes back with him in his car, probably one of his girl's car.
Yeah, he doesn't work.
He doesn't work.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're paying for the date, they're paying for the car, probably. Like, all this, they're paying for the condoms.
It's because he's thinking, though, babe.
Yeah.
He's thinking.
He deserves it.
He's thinking.
I for sure think he deserves it.
But yeah.
He deserves it more than anyone else. Who do you like better than Nick?
On this show, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean.
We got Garrick, Steve, and what's the Epps guy? The bobblehead guy?
Not Mike. Like you said, Mike Epps. Is it not Mike? Maybe it is Mike Epps.
No way. Is his name Mike Epps?
Marcus. So
Epps.
close.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely, to me, the most likable polygamy dude.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He is. Nick is
Yeah. We got the anemic guy coming back soon. I don't know if he's
right. Johnny Depp, looking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Nick takes her back to the place, and
if Johnny Depp looked like that guy, I would be 100% on the side that he was the one who got abused. Like, it would be no doubt, no. This spindly man abused you, Amber?
Not spindly.
Yeah.
Oh. It doesn't matter. We already know it. All right, so let's just finish this out. So they go back to the house, and the wives kind of say, "Hey," when Nick and Danielle come through.
I'm on camera too. What if I was waving in your face? You like that?
I'm sorry.
I'm important.
He is important. I'm sorry. I be forgetting.
I edit the episodes.
He does.
You can't edit your handout when it's here.
But yeah, so they come back and the wives are like, how did it go? And everything.
I feel like now you have to put your hands, like, you gotta think about your hands more because I pointed it out, so sorry about that.
You suck.
I was just trying to be mean, but I wasn't trying to make you actually.
He's always been mean to me. Save me. Somebody save. Remember that song from Smallville? Anyway.
I never seen it.
Anyway. So yeah, that's
was that show about your brain?
I'm gonna like pour vodka in your eyes. Like, fuck you.
Who lives in Smallville?
I can't.
Cran's brain?
Leave Cran out of this. Like, baby. Little baby cake. You little baby cake.
That's off camera, so.
Oh, you can't see Cran?
I'll have to probably zoom in here.
Cran's over here. But yeah, so the wives, they say hey to Nick and Danielle. And they're kind of just like feeling it out, and they just so Nick and the girl go to their bedroom while his wives go to the guest room because that's what they do. And the wives said that they're excited.
I was gonna say about this, like when they were coming home, the wives were like, you know, we gotta make sure everything's okay with us if it's gonna be okay with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it might be weird, like he was gonna have sex with her.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're gonna be like, wait a minute.
Right.
But they weren't.
No.
They just like, he's like, I gotta go talk to her alone.
Yeah.
And they just like giggled because they know what that meant. And then that was it.
Yeah, and the wives were like, oh, we believe in Nick's judgment, so we know he knows he's doing the right thing. Like, I don't know what it is about Nick that got these women strung up. But strung up and strung out. But
he's got what all the other guys think they got.
Yeah.
He's got the women who actually believe in him and think of him as the head of the house.
It's
all
so
these other couples. I mean, the only other guy like that kind of is Colton, where they're like they actually think he's like the main guy.
Right, from the old season.
And they like respect him and stuff. Nobody else on this season really has that. Maybe arguably Garrick now, because Danielle's seems to be into it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna wake up one day like, what the fuck have I done?
We can pray. But I think that's all.
That's it.
Thank y'all for sticking with us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.